Welcome back. Business editor Richard Southern joins us now. Ooh, feels like I haven't said that for almost 2 years now.
Nice to see you, Faiza. Happy Friday to you.
Likewise. Happy Friday to you. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about travel. We know the holidays right around the corner. We're still fighting a pandemic, but the airline industry appears to be taking off, Richard. So with more options expected for Canadian travelers in the near future.
And that could mean cheaper airfares for the likes of you and I, Faiza. Maybe we'll finally get that vacation in. Yeah, here's the good news. There are now a lot more budget airlines that are starting up in Canada. They've used the pandemic to beef up their operations. And aviation experts say they are preparing for a possible price war with these guys, the two big airlines, Air Canada and WestJet. There's Flair Airlines. They've been around for a while, but they had just one plane. Now Flair has a dozen with plans for 4 more next year. Lynx Airline is about to start up operations out of Calgary. It's going to have 3 planes next year, but will build to a fleet of 46. Both these airlines are what they call ultra low cost. You pay for just about everything, in some cases even for a carry-on. But the base price is super cheap, and that could really prompt cheaper prices from the likes of Air Canada and WestJet. So we've, historically paid high prices for airfare tickets here in Canada. Faiza, taxes does have something to do with that, but cheaper fares could be on the way.
All right, let's go on an adventure soon.
I'm in.
Okay, let's talk lumber prices here, because as flooding and washed-out roads in British Columbia fuels fears of a shortage. What's that about?
Yeah, we certainly saw lumber prices head sharply higher today on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, up more than 6%. And the result of this terrible situation, the roads and rail lines washed out in parts of BC. And that means the lumber that they produce can't get to market. British Columbia does produce 14% of North America's lumber. And this situation is coming at a time of year when we typically start to see higher lumber prices anyways, what with builders this time of year starting to accumulate the materials they'll need for the spring buying season. Faiza, lumber went up today. Crude oil, though, went down to a 6-week low, oil falling amid some renewed COVID lockdown situations globally.
Okay. A new stock market index is in the works, and this one involves measuring public opinion on companies in the SP 500.
Well, it has to do with Twitter. We all share our hot takes on Twitter, and a lot of people talk about it.
You sure do.
I do, absolutely. So do you.
Very opinionated.
Thank you, Faiza. A lot of people talk about stocks on Twitter. There's now an index to measure that. I talked to Twitter Canada today. Take a look.
We know that Twitter is the largest collection of human thought that is publicly available on the planet. And if you think back to a couple of years ago, Kylie Jenner's infamous tweet about Snap, and it sent the stock tumbling, and it's had a hard time recovering ever since. And so we know that the conversation on Twitter impacts the stock market. Now the S&P Dow Jones indices have leveraged a way to take that information, that data, and create an index around the top talked about publicly traded stocks on the platform.
So the S&P Twitter Stock Sentiment Index now trading. Faiza, take a look at that. So buy your stocks.
Good to know. That's business editor Richard Southern. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.